Hey guys, it's David here, and it's currently day 334. I hope you guys had a wonderful day and are doing better than yesterday. But the time is currently 7:06, and today I don't plan on going to the gym. I want to use this morning to read my book and just start the day off in a productive mind, in a positive mind, because I no longer want to just self destruct myself anymore. I no longer want to be led by distractions. I don't want to be distracted anymore. The feeling of not knowing what you want to do, the feeling of having high ambition but not following through with your word sucks. And for the past few weeks, I have been living in that mind and it's been totally torture. Every day I wake up hoping that I have this motivation to do something, but then again, I fall into my emotions. I open the TV and I distract myself for countless of hours until it becomes nighttime. And I hope for the same thing to happen tomorrow, but I know that it won't. It won't until I make the commitment to change, to do something different. Because every single day for the past 3 weeks, I have been making the choice to squander my time, to waste away my youth, and to waste away every single opportunity that I don't want to pick up because of my own laziness and incompetence. And I am fed up with this, with myself. But I learned to forgive myself this morning in meditation. I learned to forgive myself because I know that I can overcome my own difficulties. That I don't feel sorry for myself no more because I know I have been making the wrong choices up to this point. And you guys may be wondering how exactly would I know that I am not just telling another lie to myself, that I am not just saying these things to beguile myself, to make myself feel better, so that today I could justify myself destruction once again, that I could be okay being distracted once again because I have forgive myself. But the thing is, I don't know if what I'm saying is real, but I choose to believe myself. I choose to believe that I truly did forgive myself, that I will control my mind, that I will not let distractions guide my life for another day. And I choose to believe myself because nobody else will believe in myself. Because what I had also realized in the past 3 weeks is as I went back to a lifestyle below mediocrity, nobody will judge you. Your friends, your family is not going to motivate you because they don't understand your vision. They don't understand your dreams and aspirations. And they will think you're crazy for going down a route of difficulties. So they rather you be average. They rather you live a mediocre life. So I'm not going to get punished if I choose to sit around and watch TV and get fat. My family and friends will still love me. And that's what's scary about life. People don't judge you for being average, but they will judge you for being extraordinary. And thus, a lot of people don't want to be extraordinary because if the life is already hard enough and yet to get left behind by the people you love the most, that sucks. But I know my vision. I know my dreams. I know the people and the impact I want to make. And thus, it's worth the sacrifice. So I don't want to be led by distractions. I don't want to be average. I don't want to live and experience a lifestyle knowing that I have great potential within me and knowing that the difference and the thing stopping me from reaching my vision is myself. So I choose to believe today. I choose to believe that I can make the right choices and I'll make the right choices. I'll make the right choices because I know that I have control over my body and my body is not the one to tell me what to do and how to feel. I will have control back. So I'll see you guys this afternoon. So, guys, it is currently 7:15, and if you guys can change anything in your life, change your lifestyle. And honestly, if you can change your lifestyle choices, if you can change how you live your life, then everything else will change. Everything else revolves around your routine and your lifestyle choices. Now, why is lifestyle so important? Because today at the gym, I realized something. I became scared to be myself. I became uncomfortable. I was insecure. I was timid. I was radiating this very weak energy to the people around me, and most importantly to myself. I couldn't look people in the eyes. That somewhat made it uncomfortable. And normally this isn't me, guys. This is not me. Although it used to be like me, but not anymore. But for the past few weeks, because my lifestyle has been totally utter crap, my energy was reciprocated from my lifestyle choices. Because I did nothing yesterday, and because I did nothing the day before, and because I had been lying to myself and I had been destroying my own self confidence, every walking second, I feel and radiate this very weak energy at a very low frequency. I couldn't keep my head up. I was stuck in my own inner chatter. I was overthinking. I was doubting. I was scared. I was insecure. And being this person really frightened me today. Matter of fact, I am so afraid to become like this person again, to become someone who's scared to be himself, who's unconfident. Because I'm so scared to be that person, I don't want to be doing the same thing or living the life that is going to make me become that person. Which is why when I experienced this feeling at the gym today, as there was people doing some workouts next to me, and I just found it very awkward to smile at them, to look in the mirror, to look at myself. I just didn't know where to look. So I looked at my toes. And this is not me, guys. But because of my lifestyle choices for the past few weeks, because I have built up somewhat this track record of defeat, of a loser, because well, my lifestyle for the past few weeks is, by definition, what a loser would live like. Do nothing, have no responsibilities, watch TV all day, have no self-control, perhaps even can't control his own lust. Like, because of my lifestyle choices, my energy has been weak. And although people may or may not sense this, you and I, for certain, can feel this weakness. And this also goes to show that if we have good lifestyle choices, then we don't need to fake confidence. If we have good lifestyle choices, then we don't need to convince or persuade anyone that we are doing good in life. Because it is in a way that we radiate this energy of enlightenment, and people can sense that. And I'm sure you guys have days where you have been on top of the world, you perhaps have won in life today, or something great has happened and you just cannot stop yourself from smiling, from speaking loudly, from just lifting your head up and popping your chest out to just walk confidently. I'm sure there are many days you feel like that. And there are some days where you just are not there. And perhaps those days where you're not there, if you look back at your lifestyle, if you look back at the choices you made that day, then perhaps you'll uncover a pattern where you have not been making the right choices, or perhaps you have been making choices based on your emotions, and therefore you don't have control over your life. And perhaps then you radiate this energy of weakness because you somewhat feel like you cannot justify yourself for the bad choices you have done, and you can't face the world or perhaps face yourself. And because of our lifestyle issue, we result into manipulation, deceit, to try and lie about how we are doing good in life, to lie about how great we are as a person, to perhaps sleep with someone, to perhaps make friends with someone, or most importantly, just to lie to ourselves so that we don't feel so bad about our poor decision-making skills. But the thing is, guys, we can lie to ourselves and we can lie to the blank truth or fact that we are not doing anything. But the thing is, our lies will eventually catch up to us. We can lie to ourselves, but we know we are bullshitting. We can lie to others, but eventually they will find out that we are not that interesting. So there are times where people result into the easier route to perhaps chase a fake persona, to be someone they are not, to gain that sense of worthiness. Or there are those people who do the hard work of internal self discovery to find out how I can change my lifestyle, how I can find a routine, and be happy that way. And I have been in the former and the latter, both ways. And if I were to pick again, I would always pick to find that true confidence, to find that lifestyle change instead of going for that route of manipulation, deceit. Because what I have found out from going down that route is that you use more energy to lie to someone, to lie to yourself, and the reward you get from that never, and I mean never, is worth the amount of energy and investment you are putting into that deceit. But rather, if you choose to just focus on yourself, focus on that lifestyle change, you get more happiness. You get more a sense of fulfillment from that. And most importantly, here's the irony of this. You get to be yourself. And doing that requires no energy whatsoever. And by changing lifestyle, everything around life changes. It is a total life changer. Experiencing this fear today in real life, living this fear, living this person I'm trying to avoid for my whole life, was more real to me than the fear in my mind, than the imaginary fear I had in my mind. And therefore, because this fear is so real, I am more afraid of becoming this person than afraid of facing this imaginary fear. Therefore, it really gave me the motivation to really act and understand that my mind and all the imaginary fear I have made up is trifling, is insignificant, and is not a big deal whatsoever. But if I don't face this imaginary fear, if I don't face my imagination, if I'm held back by my imagination, then I am going to become this person I am so afraid to become. And that person frightens me. And that fear far outweighs the imaginations in my mind. Therefore, I allowed me to act. And talking about action, I am not going to change my routine because I know my routine works. It just didn't work before because I simply gave up. So I'm going to stick back on my routine, and I'm not going to let anything stop me, even though when I do feel better about myself, even though when I do have some consistency and momentum build up, I know at that point I may become complacent because I think I am doing great in life. But the thing is, don't be fooled by your achievements and keep on aiming higher and higher. The longer you can delay your sense of relief, the more reward you will eventually get. That being said, I hope you guys had learned something from this today. But if not, like always, I'll be here for you guys tomorrow. And tomorrow being Sunday, it will be self-reflection, something I have not done in ages, which is probably why my clarity has gone under the hood. So I'll see you guys then. But until then,